What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Xenny Trap, and I'm back with another video, man. If you're new to our channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. I would appreciate it. Today we got NBA Youngboy reacting to his life sentence. So without further ado, let's get straight to this video, man. Key.
Nobody knows what is going on in the mind of NBA Youngboy. Now, I don't know about you, but if I were on house arrest for federal crimes, the last thing I would want to do is orchestrate an illegal prescription drug ring. But this was exactly what NBA Youngboy did. Not only was he the mastermind of the entire operation, but hilariously enough, he also decided to impersonate an elderly woman trying to obtain these prescription medications. Youngboy could not believe his ears as the prosecutors fully exposed his intricate plans in court. Let's take a look at his shocking reaction as his eventual sentence was read out. NBA Youngboy found guilty. NBA Youngboy, born Kentrell Deshaun Gaulden, has become a household name in the world of hip-hop, known for his gritty lyrics and tumultuous personal life. Hailing from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Youngboy's rise to fame is a story of raw talent and relentless ambition. From a young age, he was drawn to music, using it as an outlet to express the struggles and challenges he faced growing up in a tough neighborhood. His early mixtapes, released while he was still a teenager, quickly gained traction, showcasing his unique voice and storytelling ability. Youngboy's breakthrough came with the release of his mixtape, 38 Baby, in 2016. Which catapulted him into the spotlight. His subsequent projects, including AI Youngboy and Until Death Call My Name, solidified his status as one of the most promising young talents in the industry. Despite his success, Youngboy's career has been marred by legal troubles and personal controversies, often making headlines for his run-ins with the law. The rapper's legal issues took a dramatic turn in April 2024 when he was arrested in connection with a prescription drug fraud ring in Utah. This case, which has captivated the public's attention, involves a complex scheme of identity fraud and forgery. According to court documents, the operation involved calling in prescriptions using the identity of a real doctor and a fraudulent patient name and birthday. The prescriptions, primarily for promethazine with codeine, were then filled and picked up by Youngboy and his associates.
Has been known to have acquired various prescription medications, specifically promethazine with codeine, which is a cough suppressant that's heavily abused.
The audacity of the scheme was highlighted by Youngboy's alleged impersonation of a doctor, a move that ultimately raised suspicions. This slip-up proved to be a critical mistake, leading to further investigation and his eventual arrest. The charges brought against him were serious, including 2 counts of third-degree felony identity fraud, 2 counts of third-degree felony forgery, and 6 counts of misdemeanor unlawful pharmacy conduct. These charges were not the first time Youngboy found himself on the wrong side of the law. His legal troubles date back to his teenage years, with a history of arrests for various offenses, including weapons charges and assault. Despite these challenges, Youngboy has managed to maintain a loyal fan base, drawn to his raw and honest portrayal of life in his music. The prescription drug ring case, however, represents a significant escalation in his legal woes. The involvement of multiple jurisdictions, both federal and state, underscores the complexity and seriousness of the charges. As the case unfolded, it became clear that Youngboy was facing a potential turning point in his life and career.
The defendant is ultimately criminally responsible, particularly under Utah Code 76-202, for a large-scale prescription drug fraud ring that has been known to have acquired various prescription medications.
The prescription drug fraud scheme that ensnared NBA Youngboy was quite intricate, revealing a web of deceit that spanned multiple jurisdictions. At the heart of the operation was a sophisticated method of obtaining prescription drugs illegally, exploiting the vulnerabilities in the healthcare system. The scheme involved impersonating medical professionals to call in prescriptions for promethazine with codeine, a powerful cough syrup often used recreationally for its sedative effects. According to court documents, the operation began with a suspect calling a pharmacy, posing as a legitimate doctor. Using a fraudulent patient name and birth date, they would request a prescription for promethazine with codeine. This prescription would then be filled by the pharmacy, unaware of the deception. Once ready, the prescriptions were picked up by Youngboy and his associates, referred to in the affidavit as known associates 1 and 2.
Mr. Gaulden had acted with others in this criminal activity, particularly where there were 2 co-defendants, which were recently had their cases resolved before this court. And those co-defendants were intercepted as they were trying to pick up the fraudulent prescription.
Authorities began to suspect foul play when a pharmacy reported a suspicious prescription for promethazine with codeine under the name Gwendolyn Cox. This triggered a deeper probe into the activities surrounding the prescription, leading to the detention of 2 women believed to be Youngboy's associates when they attempted to collect the medication. A pivotal moment in the investigation came when Gwendolyn Cox contacted the police, attempting to clarify the situation.
Shortly thereafter, someone contacted law enforcement, pretending to be an elderly woman to whom the fraudulent prescription belonged. The prescription was listed to be for a Gwendolyn Cox, but this elderly woman, who was clearly someone pretending to be an elderly woman, said her name was Gwendolyn White. And couldn't provide a birth year.
However, the officer handling the call noticed several inconsistencies. The caller refused to provide a birth year or address, and more tellingly, used a distinctly fake voice. The officer noted that Gwendolyn sounded like a much younger male from the southern United States, using the word axed instead of asked, a linguistic trait associated with southern dialects. The following day, Youngboy himself used the same linguistic quirk in a conversation with the officer, solidifying the suspicion that he was indeed the voice behind Gwendolyn Cox. This linguistic evidence, combined with other investigative findings, led to Youngboy's arrest and the filing of multiple charges against him. As investigators delved deeper, they uncovered a pattern of fraudulent activity, linking the prescriptions to Youngboy and his associates. This discovery set off a chain of events that would ultimately lead to the rapper's arrest. Authorities in Utah, working in conjunction with federal agencies, launched a comprehensive investigation into the prescription drug ring. The case quickly gained momentum, with investigators piecing together evidence that painted a damning picture of Youngboy's involvement. Surveillance footage, phone records, and witness testimonies were gathered, building a robust case against the rapper and his associates. On the evening of April 16, 2024, NBA Youngboy was taken into custody by the Cache County Sheriff's Office. This arrest was not a standalone operation, but rather the culmination of an extensive investigation involving several high-profile agencies. The FBI, Secret Service, and a SWAT team were all part of the operation that led to the rapper's apprehension. These agencies executed a search warrant at Youngboy's residence in Salt Lake City, Utah, where he had been confined under house arrest since late 2021. The charges against NBA Youngboy are both numerous and severe. He faces accusations of a pattern of unlawful activity, a charge that encompasses violations of the Utah Controlled Substances Act, the Identity Fraud Act, and fraud. Additionally, he is charged with procuring or attempting to procure drugs or prescriptions, identity fraud, forgery, possession of other controlled substances, and possession of a dangerous weapon by a restricted person. These charges paint a picture of a complex web of alleged criminal activities that have ensnared the young rapper. The involvement of multiple law enforcement agencies underscores the seriousness of the charges. The FBI's participation suggests that the investigation may have national implications, while the Secret Service's involvement points to potential concerns about identity fraud and forgery. The presence of a SWAT team during the arrest highlights the perceived threat level and the need for heightened security measures. As the legal proceedings unfolded, Youngboy's legal team faced an uphill battle. The complexity of the case, involving both state and federal jurisdictions.
If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. I would appreciate it. I'm going to see you guys on the next video, man. Peace.